What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Houseplant Essentials. I'm Bryce. Thanks for being with me today. In today's video, I'm excited to show you my top 5 favorite wish list plants. I've put together this list over the last couple months, and I've been really thinking a lot about what I'd like to buy. I've been on a bit of a buying freeze, so to speak, because basically, my place is completely full of kind of your basic common houseplants, and I just didn't really want to buy more of them. So I was waiting till I sold some of my plants, because that's what I've done. I've had to sell some of my plants to make room for others. I've gotten some new shelving, so I'm basically ready to put my money where my mouth is and buy the plants that I'm really wanting to buy. So that all being said, I just want to show you my top 5 favorites, and yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so the first plant that I'm going to show you is this one here, the Syngonium albo. Woohoo! I absolutely love this plant. It is so strikingly beautiful. I love Syngonium, and I've got several varieties of Syngoniums. I love the way they are shaped, and this one is just, I don't even know what else to say other than it's gorgeous. It's got this beautiful white variegation amongst these dark, kind of vibrant green leaves. And this one's really beautiful. I really love variegated plants. I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't like variegated plants? Maybe you don't. Comment down below if you don't like variegated plants. But this one is absolutely beautiful, and I'm just excited. So prices for this I've seen range anything from $60 for a very small cutting to $100 for a decent sized 4-inch pot. So it's a little bit on the higher end. I've never spent that amount on plants before. The most I've spent is around $65, so to speak. So I'm gonna put the price aside for a moment and just really take in the beauty of this plant. And yeah, this is definitely on my wish list. All right, so the second item that I want to show you on my wish list is the whatever price, I don't know, the Philodendron Pink Princess. Yes, this one is quite popular. I know that many people have these, and that's not going to deter me from getting one myself. I think they're beautiful. I love the pink variegation on plants. I've always been fascinated with plants that have pink on them. I've got Stromanthe, for example, that have bright pink, and it's just a mystery to me. I don't get it. I think about going outside and playing around in the forest or in the garden, and you just besides flowers, it's not very common. So. And that's the reason why they're so expensive. The Philodendron Pink Princess for a 4-inch pot can be around $200. So definitely up there for sure. This plant is pretty expensive, but again, I have spent the last year building my collection, building my skills as a houseplant owner, and I feel very comfortable buying a $200 plant and being able to keep it alive, because that would have been my excuse before, and that was my excuse before, was that why am I going to spend money on a very expensive plant that I'm probably going to kill, or I'll be so anxious I'll overdo it with watering or something like that. But I'm not worried about that anymore. So yes, I love philodendrons. I love the pink on this plant, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. So this is one that I definitely want to add to my collection. All right, the third plant on my wish list is the Synapsis Silvery Ann. Oh, and you might be asking me wait, you just had 2 very expensive plants on your list. Why do you have a Silvery Ann? Well, Yes, this is true. The silvery end is about $20 for a 4-inch pot, but I don't really care about price so much. I want to have the plant that I really, really love, and this is one of them. This has some silvery, kind of like a silver splash, but I'm just going to use the term silver splash on the leaves. They're soft, they're velvety, kind of tear-shaped leaves. And they can vine, climb, they can pretty much do whatever you like. So I love Syndapsis, and I love the ones that I have so far. I have a Trubii Moonlight, a Pictus Exotica, and a Pictus Argyrius. So I love them so much, and this one is going to be perfect to add to my collection as well. All right, so the fourth plant on my wish list is the Boom Thai Constellation. Yes, I really love this plant. I saw my favorite YouTuber, Marianne, My Wasteless Life. She got one of these, and I was very impressed. She has done some propagation with it. If you haven't seen it, go check it out, My Wasteless Life. I'll put the link below to her videos, and check out her Thai Constellation video. So that's where I first saw this plant, and I'm like super excited about it. This one is again on the more pricey side. A small plant can cost around $250. So yeah, a little bit up there, but again, like, I want this plant. I have like worked hard with my skills, so but you never know, we'll see. I really do like the white variegation on this one as well. I really love Monstera. I do have a Monstera deliciosa, like my mother plant, and then I've got smaller ones that I propagated from it. So I really love them, and you know, this is definitely one that is up there on my wish list. So yes, the Thai Constellation Monstera. Okay, so that brings us to the fifth and final wish list item that I have, and that is the boom, the Philodendron Gloriosum. What was that, Bryce? What was that? I absolutely love this plant, and this is actually number one on my wish list, but I was doing it kind of in reverse this whole time, sort of as a countdown. Or maybe they're not in any particular order at all, and I'm just, you know, thinking whatever. So no, this one is definitely my number one wish list item. It will be one that I purchase within the next month. This one is not that expensive in regards to the other ones that I've shown you. This one is anywhere between $50 and $60 for a nice 4-inch plant. So that I think is definitely more affordable. It's not so much blown out of the price proportion. This one I love because it's got heart-shaped leaves, and they're sort of like this pillowy look to them. I think they're really pretty. They don't look so much like a philodendron to me, which is kind of cool. They're very unique, and I think they're just gorgeous. So yes, this is the fifth and final item on my list, the Philodendron Gloriosum. Okay, so those are my top 5 favorite wish list items. Excited to have shown you that. But I'm actually like very curious as to what you have to say about my list. So yeah, I'd like to know, like, am I crazy for wanting a $250 Thai Constellation? I don't know. What do you guys have to say? And then I'd also like to know your number one favorite wish list item right now. I like to get new ideas and just see new plants. So yeah, leave those comments below. And yeah, that'll be it for today's video. If you liked it, and I hope you did, because I had so much fun filming it, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. And then if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and then you'll get notified of new content when it's available. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.